Hello. So, I was watching a couple videos lately that talk about the butterfly effect. And I've heard of it before and thought of it before. And I was just curious how many people have heard of it themselves, believe it, put much stock into it, think about it at all, really. Yeah. I think it's really interesting to think about different things you do every day that aren't necessarily big deals or big actions or anything that can really impact a lot. Um, People's lives, your life, people you know, um, chain effects of bigger things, maybe. Um, yeah, where you are in traffic, where you are in a store, maybe. Um, Choices you make in life, where that leads you, and just what what would happen if you didn't make those choices, or if you made a different choice, or if the situation to make the choice didn't even happen at all. How far down the line do you go? And also the whole free will thing. I know that's a conversation itself. Um, Not many people, or some people, I don't know, don't believe slash do believe, whatever, that free will is a thing. Um, Obviously, we all know like we can make choices to do things and say things, but as far as when did we decide to make those choices, that's kind of a conflicting subject, which plays directly into the butterfly effect. Because say you don't believe at some point that the choices you make are your choices, so everything you do in the butterfly effect would not be your choices. So I think it's really interesting, and wondered how many of you believe in those things or have experiences with realizing maybe you don't have free will or you do, whichever. Um, yeah, any any evidence you have for either of them too is great. I'm very interested in this. I know it doesn't seem like it because I suck being on camera, but you know, um, yeah, I think it's really interesting that the choices you make can affect different things, and how big or how small they are depends all the time. And oh, the Buddhists a while ago, they their whole philosophy kind of relies on this belief that you were never really born per se, because when does that start? Because typically you would say when you were born, but then you weren't really, you were still a thing before you were born. You were inside your mother. But if you went back to conception, were you still, were you a thing at that point, or were you not? Because you could argue that your mother still had potentially the egg in her that contributed to creating you. God knows how long before that. So it just keeps going back and back and back, which I think is also really interesting. All these things that they're not enough to make a full topic on because I don't know that much about any of them. And I'm interested in learning and stuff, so that was it for this entertaining video. See you guys next time.